What's up, YouTubers? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, they're going to be talking about how the LA Clippers beat the Dallas Mavericks in Game 4 of the playoffs, and now the series is tied 2-2. So let's see what they have to say about that.
We both, just have done a great job just complimenting each other. He's been all out driving, attacking, putting pressure on. They're bigs at the rim, and myself as well. When he needs a break, he needs a breather. Now I'm in attack mode, and I'm trying to give him a break. So I think we're just doing a great job countering each other, it's fun. This is ultimately what we wanted to get to, being able to share the court together and do it on both ends.
All right, so the Clippers have turned things around behind some stellar play by Kawhi, who's averaged over 35 while shooting over 70% from the field the last 3 games.
Yeah, look at those numbers. Kawhi Leonard's definitely balling, but that's nothing new. He's always been balling.
Hey now, Kawhi, first player to average 35 points while shooting 70% over a 3-game span in the playoffs since the shot clock era began in the 50s. Max Kellerman, are you no longer concerned about your boy Kawhi and those Clippers?
I've never been concerned about Kawhi. Kawhi, as I keep saying, is one of the greatest postseason performers ever. There are very few who have ever played who are as good under pressure as Kawhi. No, I'm never worried about Kawhi. He's just not a point forward. He's not a point guard. He's a scoring 2 or 3. That's what he does. He'll make everyone around him better. He's an offensive and defensive weapon, and he's twice been the best player on championship teams, 2 different franchises. I've never been worried about Kawhi, Stephen A. I was worried about Ty Lue because I couldn't understand. Adjustments needed to be made, right? And I couldn't understand why Rondo is getting 19, 20 minutes a game. And I thought that was the adjustment Ty Lue was going to make. It wasn't. Rondo got his same 19, 20 minutes. And by the way, he was his same excellent self, like Rondo is playoff Rondo, whether you play him for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. He's excellent. But Ty Lue did make an adjustment. He went small. Batum got the lion's share of the minutes that were going to bigs before. And that made the difference. Luka being hurt, obviously. But Ty Lue's adjustment made the difference. Kawhi is not that kind of player. He's not. You could say, well, LeBron could be like a coach. That's not Kawhi. He's not a point forward. He's not going to run your offense. He's going to do Kawhi, which is basically never miss a shot and play great defense. That's what he does. I'm not worried about him. It's Ty Lue, and he showed something last night.
I was scared because I got love for Ty Lue and his coaching staff because I've known them for years. I was scared, and I love me some Paul George as a person just as much as a player. I was scared to death.
So I was getting kind of worried, but I just knew that the Clippers weren't going to get swept. I knew they'd get at least one game in there. I knew they weren't going to get swept, but I was getting kind of worried.
Clippers about to get swept. I like, you got to win game, but I knew because I texted Michael Irvin. I saw him sitting in the suite, and I saw him in there, and I said, oh, they're going to lose this game. I said, they're going to lose this game. And the minute I saw all them damn Cowboys in there, I said, Dallas ain't winning this game.
What is wrong with you?
I said, I'm not right. Dak Prescott was in attendance. Michael Irvin was in the suite.
His nickname's the Playmaker, right?
I did that. Well, yeah, that's why. I said, you don't show up to the Dallas Mavericks. Don't contaminate them people like that. Don't do that. That's what happened. But I will tell you this. Charles Barkley's right. I don't think the Dallas Mavericks are winning another game this series. And I went from being scared that the Clippers were on the verge of getting swept to saying Dallas Mavericks ain't going to win another game this series. Here's why. Kawhi looks sensational over the last 2 games. And he did.
Over the last 2 games? You mean over the last 3 games? So last game he put up 29 points. The game before that, 36 points. The game before that, 41 points. And the game that Kawhi Leonard put up 41 points, they lost that game. And this same guy here said that was Kawhi Leonard's fault that they lost. After he put up 41 points, he had a great game. So something's wrong with Stephen A. Smith.
Something that I wanted him to do, which he called on the team to just clamp down, be better defensively, spoke up. That's a good thing, galvanizing the troops. Remember, I've never complained about his numbers, never complained about his ability. Is that ability to lead, which LeBron and others have done, which I thought he was sorely lacking. All right, still got something to prove in that regard, but it is what it is. Kritaps Porzingis, I don't want to hear another word about him. He's just not that dude. He's just not that dude. I mean, 7 points last night. 18 points last night, 7 points in game 3, 18 meaningless points last night. You're a minus 21 when you're on the court. Luka Doncic has nerve damage in his neck. I don't know how you get over that in the next week. Nerve damage in.
You get over that with Vicodin, Percocet, and shots that they give you. This is playoff time, so it's do or die, win or go home. So I'm pretty sure Luka Doncic would step it up.
Your neck. And I appreciated Charles.
That hurts me, you just saying it.
I appreciated Shaq giving him props for playing hurt the way that he did. We really should appreciate Luka being out there and really
doing what he could do, whatever he could do.
I mean, you could see it was a struggle for him to lift his head up. It was a struggle for him to lift his head up. He was hurting that bad, but he had no help. And then that brings me to Dallas. And anybody that knows me knows I go back a very long ways with Rick Carlisle, who I got a lot of love for. We've known Mark Cuban for years.
Yeah, so anyways, the Dallas Mavericks definitely didn't step up. Finley had 8 points. Kleber had 0 points. He put up, he put up a goose egg. Tim Hardaway put up 4 points. So Luka Doncic definitely didn't have any help. Nobody stepped it up. Porzingis only had 18 points. Doncic had 19, but he was injured. But nobody else helped him. So I expect to see change in Game 5 from the Dallas Mavericks. But yeah, so the series is tied up.
We got a lot of love for Mark Cuban. He's a friend of this show. I gotta say this about them. If you lose these playoffs, it will be 6 times in the last 10 years since you won the title, since you beat LeBron and D-Wade in Miami, Max, in 2010, 2011. It's been 10 years. This year, if you lose in the first round, it will mark the 6th time you've been bounced out in the first round. And the other 4 times you never even made the playoffs. I mean, damn. We just gonna sit there and just ignore that?
I think
we just gonna gloss over that? Over the last 10 years, 4 no appearances and 6 first round exits. And that's it. At some point in time, we gotta sit up there and say, Rick Carlisle, Mark Cuban, what's up with that?
Look,
What's up with